In 2019, Elon Musk was titled the most inspiring leader in the tech industry and was also on Glassdoor's list of top 100 CEOs previously, which is based entirely upon employee feedback. However, throughout our research, we discovered shocking details about Elon Musk's behavior as a CEO, and this information could be only obtained from people who had a direct working experience with Musk. Some of the stories that we will show you will change your perception of Elon Musk forever. This is very interesting, so let's start. People who have worked with him have given Business Insider and other publications differing reports. 9 former Tesla employees who had worked or crossed paths with Musk on various occasions shared their thoughts on him. Many of those people requested to remain anonymous for privacy reasons, so names may not be mentioned in the video. Here's what they had to say. So first of all, some employees said he was always a giant presence in the room. A former manager said he is highly intelligent. He's already 10 steps ahead of you, and you'd have to think 10 times as boldly as he does to succeed. It's also important to note that if Musk liked your idea, he would not hesitate to put it into action. This is again coming from the former manager. This goes to show how open-minded he is and how he's a team player. Some employees even believe that Elon Musk makes them better people. A senior-level employee spoke up about the times when he felt he disagreed with the genius himself. He said that almost every time he felt this way, later he would come to the realization that he was in the wrong and that Musk was right all along. And because of him, this employee feels like he's about 10 times smarter now than he was at the time of joining the company. When you put yourself in the company of great people, it's only natural that some of it should rub off on you. One other thing that was pointed out was that he's surprisingly very responsive on social media. This is a fact which most of us are already very well aware of. Elon takes time to interact with people and critiques himself rather than have others do it for him. According to 2 former senior-level employees, Musk would not hesitate to shift a team's priority areas if a customer's social media post drew his attention. What he reads on social media is essentially what motivates him to act and make a decision. This goes to show how good his customer service is. Not many other companies can say the same of their CEOs. According to one of the former employees, when you're in a work meeting with him, he will literally change the organization's direction overnight. So manufacturing could be a problem today, and as soon as it stops being mentioned on social media and in the news, he'll move on to whatever the news claims is the new problem. Now, some senior-level employees believed that they weren't given a lot of autonomy. According to 3 former senior-level employees, Elon made all the decisions. It's understandable that the lack of autonomy at a company might upset some employees, but that's just how successful businesses remain successful. If everyone is making their own decisions, things might get extremely difficult to keep track of. And isn't it better off for everyone if solely the CEO is responsible for each and every decision? It's no surprise that someone as successful as Elon Musk is a perfectionist. According to a former manufacturing engineer, Musk is someone who keeps his standards high. He also added that the quality of Tesla's vehicles is a clear testament to Musk's perfectionist tendencies. The former Tesla engineer had to admit that the company is an engineer's paradise, where the pencil is never put down. He was also widely known for being extremely optimistic as a person. This is something that's common in all ambitious business people, who have remarkably high expectations for themselves. A former manager recalled how Elon would have high expectations about timelines and project deadlines. He gives special attention to his projects, and that's usually a very good thing for the company. According to a former senior-level employee, Musk was good at removing obstacles and picking up speed behind a project. It's also no surprise to hear that his ex-employees appreciate the way he thinks outside the box. According to Mitchell Stevens, who was employed as a former senior manufacturing engineer at Tesla from the years 2010 to 2012, his ex-boss Elon Musk has always thought outside the box. When Stevens first met Musk, he asked him and a group of his colleagues what they saw when they looked at a soda can. According to Stevens, Musk explained that if you multiplied the size of a soda can, you could see a spaceship. And a former engineer also claimed that the tech giant was a very energetic person. He claimed that his ex-boss was always full of energy. That was contagious. A boost in morale from the CEO is highly important at huge corporations such as Tesla, where things can easily get stressful. We also found that an ex-employee said that working for Tesla meant they got to work with amazing, passionate people who turn sci-fi into reality. Musk understands that interacting through hierarchies and multiple channels can stymie and kill innovation. No employee should feel the need to have to go to a manager, who then ends up going to his director, who would then go to his VP, who must consult his director, who will then circle back to his manager. who then, finally, lets the worker do something about the problem. It's pure chaos. So when Elon emailed one of his employees directly saying they don't have to go through this if it would take the job longer to get done, he earned all of their respect. A former Tesla territory manager, Carl Medlock, had some nice things to say about his former boss in a podcast called The Iced Coffee Hour. Not just as an employee, but how he is in his personal life too. He mentioned that he thought he was a really good guy and was quite disciplined. He also said about Musk that he's extremely intelligent, so of course, it's just a given that he would be intimidating in that regard. But then if you consider who he is with his children, it's a different story. He adores his children and loves his family. He's a good father and he's someone that's easy to talk to. Another former employee said some endearing things about the SpaceX genius, which summarizes who he is as a person and why so many today look up to him. Undaunted in the face of adversity, unafraid of failure, and forged on the battlefronts of some of the most terrifying technical, capital-intensive difficulties that any human being might choose to take on. Every time he comes out alive with the other guy's head on a plate. Working with him doesn't have to be a pleasant experience. He is never satisfied with himself, so he is never truly satisfied with anyone else. He pushes himself harder and harder, and he pushes those around him in the same manner. The difficulty is that he is a machine, whereas the rest of us are not. As a result, if you work for Elon, you must accept the discomfort. But it's the kind of growth you can't find anywhere else, and it's worth every drop of blood and sweat. That's it for today. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. There are many reports that Elon Musk will fire the Twitter board and employees, as it was revealed Elon Musk has an important reason to do it. Because Elon is trying to lower expenses and change the financial management of the platform, and firing employees is a big step towards cutting expenses. With that, as it was revealed, Elon Musk will replace the Twitter CEO very soon, and big changes are coming. Moreover, Parag Agrawal came out and stated that he talked to many employees of Twitter about their opinion on Musk, and they have a very surprising view on this situation. This is a very interesting story, so let's explain it. On Tuesday, Musk's lawyers said that he is accepting to close the deal at $54.20 a share, the price that was previously agreed upon, if the court halts the legal action and he receives debt financing. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal announced Musk's offer in an email to company officials. I will continue to keep you posted on significant updates, but in the meantime, thank you for your patience as we work through this on the legal side, Parag said. Several of the employees were upset with Musk's antics. I don't understand why Elon would need to propose the deal again, they said in an internal Slack conversation. The original one still stands. Just write the check, bro. Reportedly, Elon Musk will very soon clean the house, with the dismissing of Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal as first in line. Mr. Musk's intimate text conversations with his friends and business partners were released last week as part of the lawsuit. During them, Elon Musk made it clear that he despised Twitter's present regime, especially its new chief executive Parag Agrawal, who took over last year from Jack Dorsey. At first, two of them tried to be friends and even had a friendly dinner in San Jose, California, in March. However, they eventually came into conflict. In an email sent via text message to Mr. Musk, Mr. Agrawal wrote, "Your tweets saying things like, 'Is Twitter dying? Why isn't Twitter eating itself?' are not helping me make Twitter better. What did you accomplish this week?" Mr. Musk shot back. "This is a waste of time and effort." From Mr. Musk's communications, it's clear that he thinks Twitter's leadership is ineffective and unable to execute his plans for the platform effectively. So, firing of Agrawal on day one is not something that will shock anyone. And now, many people have started retweeting the post from the account @NotParagAgrawal. When it was tweeted, "I thought we were fired," the real Parag responded, "Nope, we're still here." Agrawal's administration as Twitter CEO has been characterized by giant conflict with Elon Musk and also a former executive claiming serious security flaws and an economic downturn affecting its core advertising sector. Although he had been with Twitter for 10 years and was formerly its CTO, Agrawal had no experience running a big company, let alone one as the renowned social media platform. "I believe Parag was elevated in order for things to stay the same," says Bill Kleeper, a Columbia Business School management professor. But of course, this hasn't been the case. Despite the changes, Agrawal has managed to continue growing the platform's user base and has launched various new features, including the tested long-awaited edit button. Klepper said, "I bet that when he goes home at night and lays in bed, he tells himself, 'Why did I get myself into this?'" Some staff have already quit, anticipating a Musk takeover, and it's reasonable to assume that many more people will leave soon. It's worth noting that in his conversations with Musk, Agrawal said that a large silent majority of Twitter employees supported Musk's goals. However, virtually every Twitter employee I've spoken to in the last 6 months has stated that he or she will leave if Musk ascends. Additionally, Musk might not be opposed to thousands of Twitter employees quitting. He has previously suggested that the company's staff is too large, and now that he needs to explain a $44 billion valuation, an exodus of disgruntled employees could be the type of cost-saving measure he is considering. If you're Elon Musk and you have spent months criticizing